So many whose first love was hooping, whether locking down or spotting up and shooting, driving down the lane or crossing up and fooling, and never overlooking the hard work or schooling. Look, whether we talking about legends or talking current, don't never take for granted that all of them put the work in. No love on this court, despite the X and O's. Gotta play the game as if everything is old. Play until you tired, but don't let your weakness show. It's a game within a game, unlike what you've seen before.
I got a question for Sed though. So as a trainer, so what do you tell a parent who comes to you and say, I want you to help me get my son to Division I. I'm gonna send him to you. What's your advice? What's your response to a parent that's saying, that's chasing that Division I scholarship and they want their son in your hands?
I can help you get better. I can't make you go D1. I can help you. What I'm telling you is the truth, but it's on you. It's on every individual to go on. So what you do after you hang with me is important too. You gotta if you want to go D1, surround yourself with people that's going D1. So after you work out with me, you gotta go do something that's D1 as well. So if you go and work out with me and go hang on the block, the workout is cool, but that energy right there alone might have knocked you down a little bit. So D1 is a lifestyle, not just you working out with me.
That's a good answer.
Way
man.
deeper than that. 1 hour we working out
for a young fella, man, and it's real because some people think just because I got a trainer for my kid that I'm doing something better than the next kid is. Mm-hmm. What is your kid doing when he leaves him? Yeah. Because I tell kids, you only need 2 sessions with me. I'm gonna show you enough to get you a little bit better. Mm-hmm. The rest of the work is on you. I don't make Division I players. I make players better. I don't create LeBron James. I can't abracadabra and create a LeBron James, but I can give you the tools to enhance your skills. But you have to put the work in every day. Mm-hmm. And that's a real response right there. I can respect that.
And you have to ask questions. If you're struggling with something, go to the trainer and be like, yo, last game, I need this. You have to be honest with yourself.
Yeah, this is where I was lacking.
Don't go in there and work on something you're good at.
Yeah. And you brought up a good point before we even started this, was like, yo, you grew up watching us play at team night, right? Mm-hmm. And that was every Saturday night. It was really competitive. But you grew up in that culture of competition. You understand what I'm saying? We wasn't going out to the club on Saturday night. That's
what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? There's a party on Saturday night. We good. Saturday night. We had team night. And you grew up in a basketball culture where it was basketball over everything. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of these dudes aren't growing up in the basketball culture. They either got hood life or they got, you know what I mean? They want to chase the bitches or women, whatever. You know what I mean? I'm just saying the B word to, you know what I mean? Yeah, I gotta, I'm saying the B word because that's the vernacular that they use. But, yeah, they're chasing those things as opposed to being like, yo, I really enjoyed this community of basketball. You understand what I'm saying? And you grew up in that.
There's also a generation of players that failed the youth. So there's that group of guys that didn't give back what guys like Troy and Terrell and Bobby gave to me. Yeah. So there's like a 10-year gap of just nobody leading the up and coming youth. And they're like, all right, there's nobody to follow. We just gonna do it our way, or we gonna listen to anybody who's telling us something. Yeah. And I think that's where we went wrong. And now it's the bitter son syndrome. I ain't listen to you, old head. You don't know what you're talking about. And it's the old head going, y'all young dudes, y'all too soft. Y'all don't play like us. Mm. And it's like there's no middle child. Yeah. Kind of bringing everything together. And I think that's an issue that's bothering our youth today as well. We kind of failed them as a generation.
Yeah, I knock myself for that all the time. I'll be like, yo, I kind of took some years off. And
that is everything, because when people ask me, where do you get your influence? Where do you get that? I always say my brothers, the village. It always comes from,
the community.
So that plays a big part in the kids' confidence. You know, who they look up to. You
don't even see kids playing basketball at the park no more. Competitive.
Yeah. I asked my little brother one time, but he's not athletic like that. He's more so in the arts, but he was like, yo, there's nothing to do outside. I was like, yo, go outside in the park. He said, nobody goes to the park. I said, what?
I thought there was nothing to do inside.
I'm like, yo, I used to walk the Cummings, or you walk the Cove and walk.
Funny. I told my wife the other day, so my son, he's on the damn computer all the time, playing Roblox. Like, that's a game for kids. And I'm like, yo, the dude gotta go outside. He's like a cat. He's like a house cat. Like, you don't know what it is to be outside. Go outside, ride your bike. Go outside, dribble your basketball.
Yeah.
Go play around. Go be a kid. And it's like, when I was 8 and 9 years old, I was outside. I was going around the corner. I was getting dirty.
I was getting in trouble for coming back in the house.
Like, I was doing stuff I wasn't supposed to do. I was just, learning how to navigate.
Messing up.
Yeah,
okay,
like, I mean, just like escaping getting in trouble.
Yeah.
Preparing me for later on in life.
We
like
also didn't have social media, though.
Yeah, now social media, yeah, that shit ruined everything, man.
Honestly, though, I think
I was telling people
everything, but that plays a part in it.
Yeah,
I was telling people, I was like, yo, if I had social media, bro, I would have went viral and I would have been in jail, bro. I would have been viral
like,
so many
we
times.
We would have done so much dumb shit on camera. You know the dumb shit we did?
We would have been done.
With just the camera phone taking a picture?
Yeah.
Imagine going live in 2001, 2002.
Oh my
like,
There's some days I woke up from a party, I've been like, yo, I just want to forget about everything that just happened. And it was easier to do because it wasn't, cemented in
memories.
Yeah.
Now it's on camera now. Somebody got that video.
Somebody's going to be able to go back to that.
Look, there's some moments that I'd be done for. Like, back in the day. So, I ain't mad at it. But, and there's a lot of athletes today that still, they get themselves in trouble. Even pros.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Bronny being one of them. Bronny
I've been seeing it. I didn't see it.
Oh.
I've seen everyone talking
is that
about
real?
What happened?
That's a real thing.
I mean, but shit.
I look at it like this. With that Bronny situation, Bronny has enough wiggle room to have a mistake at 85.
Because it's Bronny wasn't smoking. I'm not saying.
The amount of pressure that's on the kid. I mean,
damn, bro.
And I think
Hell,
a 15-year-old, the amount of pressure he has to deal with, he handles himself pretty damn good.
Yeah.
To just always be in a conversation, like the expectations.
At 15 years old, that's different.
And I'm not knocking him because I'm like, yo,
I ain't mad at him.
Maybe basketball isn't the trajectory, but being a young kid, knowing that your pops is the best basketball player in the world, you kind of get thrown into that, right? Hey, this might. I'm looking at it like, yo, this might be a situation he might want to start up a couple of weed dispensaries. I don't know.
Damn.
Like, yo, I don't know. But the thing about it is he has opportunity, bro. Am I wilding? Yo,
wilding.
Wait. And yo, if that's his trajectory, that's his trajectory. You know what I mean? Like, yo, stop putting. I'm not throwing basketball on this little dude. You know what I mean? If that's what he wants to do, that's what he wants to do. But he has the opportunity.
I think he wants to play basketball.
He has the opportunity.
He had a moment of being.
Put it like this. He has the opportunity to do whatever he wants. Right? We don't have that opportunity.
Yeah.
We didn't have that opportunity coming up, right? So I'm not knocking him. If you want to do that, do that. But yo, I know he has enough people around him to be like, yo, if you want to do this is how to do it right.
It's a mistake.
It's a mistake.
So the kid be like, yo, you shouldn't be smoking. People happen all the time. It's just because it's Bron's son.
But even if he decided to wake up on a Tuesday and say, I don't want to play basketball no more, and I want to do, like, he could do the weed dispensary. I mean, I don't think
that's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying, I don't think that issue.
I'm not.
That video has.
You know how I think.
Part in that.
You know how I think. I think long term, right? I think in one of those situations, he could fuck up, right? And the thing about it is, if that's his trajectory, that's what he wants to do. He has the ability to try that out and mess up. Mm-hmm. That's the one thing that we're not afforded. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I know your trajectory. I've talked to you enough to know your trajectory. Mm-hmm. We kind of had to play this game where it was just like, I can't mess up. If I mess up, it's a wrap. You understand what I'm saying? For an individual like him, he can mess up.
That's what most white individuals.
If I did that, I was done at Trinity.
Exactly. I went to public school and I didn't have that situation.
Most people, from the suburban area that don't look like us, that came up, with the 2-parent households and lived out in the suburbs. They are afforded those same types of the support is there, for a slip up or a mess up.
Yeah.
Us, it could be one and done, and in our situations. But I mean, I get what you're saying, but I just think he just got caught being a kid, a young and dumb kid, like all of us were.
Yeah,
man.
I respect it. You know what I mean? And I said that on Facebook. I'm like, yo, He made a mistake. You know what I mean? I smoked weed in high school. I didn't have social media. If I did have social media, I would be in the same situation. You know what I'm saying? So, and I probably wouldn't have had the chance to recover.
They're gonna probably legalize that thing anyway soon.
It's already legalized in California. He's in California, bro.
Oh,
So
I'm not. It's just he's LeBron James. So
that's true.
But
Doing that.
off of Bronny, I want to know. We talked to Ty about this on previous podcasts. I want to know what's the top 5 players you played against, and we're not just talking about dudes who made it to the NBA. We're not talking about hell. It could probably be a dude that's from the block, whatever. Who challenged you the most as a basketball player? Playing against.
I played against a lot, so I wouldn't.
And that's why we asked you the question.
This is the top of my head.
That's why we asked you the question.
I don't want to forget about
We're
nobody.
not asking.
You on the hot
We're not
seat, bro.
asking some dude
Yeah,
off the street.
we ain't gonna let you wiggle your way out of this now. This is a tough question. You're on the hot seat, so think
Who
hard.
pushed me the hardest?
Yeah. Who challenged you the hardest? Who's the hardest to guard? Whatever definition, whatever
I don't
criteria
got an
you wanna
order.
use.
I don't got an order, but
Okay.
Tremont Waters,
Okay.
because we was practicing with each other. We guard each other every day for a year straight.
Okay.
Devontae Graham, who's at Brewster, he was different.
Okay.
Craig Austrie, I used to train with him Monday through Fridays in high school. Different.
Yeah.
He's different.
Yeah.
Think about your college days too.
Oh yeah, damn.
And that's why it's so hard for dudes like y'all, because y'all played on every level. Like,
I remember Jameer Nelson and Delonte West at St. Joseph.
yeah.
They were number 1 in the country. We had to play them dudes.
I really can't think of the last 2 right now.
Give us some time. We're not gonna let you leave without giving us the last 2.
Getting out of this one.
Tremont Wills.
Craig,
Craig.
you played against
Graham.
Torrey? No.
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 Matter of fact, I'm gonna take. No, I can't do that.
Why can't you?
This your list. You
Well,
do
this
what you
your
wanna do.
list. Like,
No
yo.
disrespect to him. He's still in there. I
So
mean,
I got no order. Tremont, Khalil, Craig, Chris Dunn.
okay. Yo, and we
Remember
forgot
playing
about
against
Chris
him in high
Dunn
school?
last
He
week.
gave us 30 in high school.
Yeah.
I wasn't guarding him. We wasn't guarding each other.
just to make that clear.
Somebody was.
Yeah.
Justin Robinson from Monmouth.
Okay.
Different. He was very tough. He's not like Monmouth wasn't a big name school, but if he was in tune with
Nah,
college
you know
basketball,
talent. You know talent when you play.
And
against
that's
him.
the point.
I put him over a lot of people. I know
Yeah.
he'll bust their ass.
And that's what I always say. Like, yo, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, his toughest player he played against never played NBA ball. Never, you know what I mean, really panned out. But that was the toughest player he played against. You understand what I'm saying? The Earl Manigault. Or, like, and that's the thing about it. Like, yo, dudes that I played against, there's a couple of dudes that I played against that didn't play D1 ball. You understand what I'm saying? That I felt as though were bananas.
I'm gonna put my boy Tone too as an honorable mention.
Yeah. Like, Lenny
That's
Cook.
that's an example. He was supposed to be Division 1.
Yeah.
Tony Dobinson, that's my Brody. Tough, very tough.
So yeah, and that's the thing about this community. Like, we got to understand that, yo, like, dudes come from everywhere. Talent comes from everywhere, and not every talented player is gonna make it to that next level for whatever reason. You know what I mean? But we still got to give them their flowers because,
Nah, that's a fact.
You know what I
man. You got. I mean, real ballers are gonna respect ballers, whether
That's a fact,
whether you went to the level or not. Anybody that's gonna push you and make you play hard, make you step your game up, like it's just a mutual thing, man. You're gonna respect it. You definitely gonna go at him hard. But at the end of the day, I can sit back when I go home and go, yo, dude was nice, yo. He pushed me today. Like, I mean, he gonna get that respect from me. Right.
and dudes like y'all are gonna push players to be their best. You understand what I'm saying? Like, oh, this dude is fourth in the nation, or this dude is top dude in the city.
Even that though, that's on the player too. Like me, the way I train, the trainer's gonna want to train me again.
Yeah.
With my energy. So you get what you put in. And
But
everything.
the thing is, so like I know for him, like I had 2 guards like that. I would always use him as motivation for those guys. So I had like Grandpa and Bobby, little Bobby. And I used to,
too.
and you know, we had Chris Leak who played with you. So Chris was on his AAU team, would come to practice
That's
every
the best
day.
defender I ever had to go against, by the way.
Who,
Ever.
Bobby?
And I've been division. He's better than
Who is that?
Look,
Bobby who?
Bobby Bynum. He coaches with me now at West Haven.
Okay.
But Chris used to come in and be like, you know, so like Gramps and Bobby, you know, in New Haven, they talking about we're at Hill House, one of the biggest schools. Chris will come and go, yo, yeah, I can't mess with Seth. Like he that dude.
Yeah.
And like he's on the team with these dudes. And they pissed. They like, nah, hell no. We want to see him. We want to see him. I'm going, yo, that dude is the real deal, man.
Yeah.
So it was always, I'm using him to kind of get these guys, you know, whenever he walked in the gym, he's getting somebody's A game.
Yeah.
They want to stop him. They want to be able to say, yo, I locked Seth up. And that was always my thing. So my approach whenever I came in the gym for me was somebody wants to be able to go home and say they bust my ass. I can't let that happen. So I know that's probably the same approach for him. Like, yo, dudes is coming for the spot. I can't afford to have that type of night tonight. I gotta bring it. Because every night, there's no days off. So that's just one of the things that kind of just kept me sharp, and I never could take a night off because I was always somebody's biggest game.
I remember when I played against those big names like Charlie Villanueva, Curtis Sumner, who else? I could go down the list, but those were my biggest games. I wasn't necessarily that guy, but I know if I bust his ass, I'm actually put on that list of like, oh, I need to look out for him.
Super.
So that's what it is from somebody who's not necessarily on that national.
And in basketball, one game could change your life. For somebody with no offers, you come to you play against one person, one game could change your life.
He was known, but LeBron James' status went here when he did that to Lenny Cook.
When ABCD camp where he took out Lenny Cook. And even when I remember 2002, he was supposed to come to IS8, right? And
I heard he got
yeah, so I was in the ISA tournament. So like I was like, yo, he's supposed to play on this team. I was hyped to play against him. Yo, I was so tapped in, but he just decided not to play. LeBron, because he was on his you know what I mean, we'll take this game, we'll take that game, we'll take that game. But I was so tapped in, I was so ready to play him. You understand what I'm saying? But it was one of those situations where I didn't get that opportunity. Like I had a good game against Charlie Villanueva and the Panthers, but and I got a couple of looks off of that. But me being, not ranked at all, I got to take that opportunity.
I played every game hard.
Yeah.
I don't care if it was
You had
NBA.
to. Yeah.
I know the ranked people hated me because it's like the games where they think like, damn, I could just this dude is annoying. I'm on your shorts. Kurt, I know I was annoying to the I know it. Like, this dude, yo, now I gotta really play. This
dude is not letting me. He's not letting me rock today, and I'm looking like, yo, this is my opportunity.
Yeah,
this
exactly.
is my way. If I do this tonight, they gonna know me. So I would love playing against the dude who was supposed to be the guy. I'm guarding him, and I'm going hard. I'm giving him hell on defense.
And you got nothing to lose too, because you're not known.
Yeah, because if you go out and
if
you go out and get served, it's just like, yo, he's supposed to do that.
Exactly.
When I played against Omar Cook, man, in 5-star, that's just how it went. Like Omar played Riverside Church. He was going to St. John's, one of the top point guards in the country. Because, they had the 3 guards that time with Omar Cook, Talik Brown, Andre Barrett. Those are the 3 best point guards in New York City. They all at this camp in 5-star. I'm playing against Omar Cook. He come out. The dude about 6'2", like
bulky.
So he come out. He bullshitting. I steal the ball from him, lay it up. He looking, dude. Because New York dudes, they clown you on the sideline. Say, oh, Omar. Stink, man. So now I'm just playing D, try to take a charge, call a charge, So now everybody hyping, so he get mad. I got the ball. I'm coming off a screen. Push the shit out of me. Boom, I fall. Know what I mean? And then I'm like, I got his attention.
Yeah.
He started to turn up. I started to turn up. It was just a game. Like he did his thing. But it's like, yo, you know who I am.
It's respect.
I mean, and me getting him to turn up when he just, thought he was gonna come in and coast. Like
he gonna respect you forever now.
But that's a trophy within itself.
That's amazing. That's bigger to me.
If you gain the respect with your peers,
you
know what I mean? That's
Next
bigger
time
than
they
any
see,
trophy.
you now,
Yeah,
right? You see you?
exactly.
It's a little bit,
Exactly.
all right.
Yeah,
Respect. You get the head nod. You know what I mean?
Like,
you
yo.
get the dap. They're like, okay, I know you.
Yeah.
When you step in the building. So, you got any more questions for Seta? Because I got a couple, but I don't want to monopolize the.
because it was something I had to experience as well. How did going through the injury affect you mentally and physically? Just moving forward with your career, man.
It changed my life. I'm still recovering from that mentally. That's one thing I could say I could work on from being a kid. Like, don't put all your eggs into basketball, because that's all I knew growing up.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah.
I didn't go to parties. I didn't go out in high school at all. None of your friends could. I didn't drink none of that until I got hurt.
Yeah,
that was the first time I started. Going out, doing all of that. I was big. You didn't see me, Kurt, but I didn't even think I could get that big. I was like 185. That serious. Like, I looked like a whole different person, and I was in a really, 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 really dark space.
Yeah,
really dark space. And all the friends I went to in high school, none of them was there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's
So
real.
it's just the hood people. Like the people my mom told me don't hang around.
Yeah.
That's who's coming to pick me up though from my room. I can't move. I'm on crutches. That's why I was around every single day. I ain't seen not one classmate, not nobody. And one of the surgeries, I had 3 of them. One of them, it was during class, so I'm just snowing. I'm taking one crutch to class. Watching my dream fade away, and that's after I went rookie of the year. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I sat at the bench. I was a starter and then got it taken away. So I tasted what it was like, to get that goal, and then I was in a dark spot. So mental health is the most important thing. Something I never paid attention to, because once it hits you, it hits you. Yeah. That shit is like no joke.
And you know what's so crazy? It's like once you get into that dark space, the individuals that are there for you are individuals that
want to bring you down too.
But they don't know that they want to bring you down.
Yeah, it's like
because they know what it is to be in that dark space, and they know what it is to help them. They want to smoke. They want to, party, because they're in a dark space with you, and that's what they use to cope. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, yes, they're bringing you down, but they're not bringing you down purposely. They're trying to help you,
right?
Quote unquote. But they don't understand. Yeah. They don't understand your trajectory is a little bit different.
And being associated with somebody, of his caliber, because most of the time it's the guy, like, so in Rhode Island, it would be like the Providence dude, who they're, they come from the hood, whatever. They just up there. They students. You start hanging out with these dudes, they were the basketball player. They were the dude who won rookie of the year, and it's like me just being associated with you. Like it
clout.
My clout, my status rises too. And now I got him doing shit I'm doing. Like, I can't do the shit he do. I can't get on the court. I got him in my world now. So it's like, and you don't realize it because you just want somebody to be there, somebody to talk to.
You just want to be normal.
Yeah.
So you just like, you just chilling on the block.
Yeah.
Then when your brother breaks it down to you, like, yo, who you with? What are you doing? Energy. And then you start to think like, oh, okay. Well, to you really just want to be human for a day too. Sometimes it'd be like, yo, I just want to chill for an hour. I can't just.
And that's
all it takes.
Having to walk that perfect line most of your life, coming from being a young black man, coming from the hood, going, I can't make a mistake. One mistake could be over for me. He right. Sometimes you want to just say, yo, man, I want to do some shit. Yeah. I want to do something. Like, I want to be human. I want to be a kid. That's why, like, I'm not mad at Bronny James, because I mean, that ain't the first time he smoked weed, as you can see. I mean, you can tell.
Yeah, he's an expert.
I gotta see this video yet.
But he probably just was in his backyard and wanted to do some kid shit.
Yeah. And that's another thing I wanted to talk to you about. Like, y'all have so much scrutiny. A lot of people don't understand it, right? And I grew up around top ballers, you know what I mean? And I'm playing that line too a little bit. But I grew up around Job. I grew up around Winchester. I grew up around, you know what I mean? These dudes that, the whole city, you know what I mean, was on their back, right? So much scrutiny on them that I think that breaks a person mentally.
Yeah, it ain't for everybody.
It does something to you. Whether it's good or bad is up to the person.
Yeah.
Some people get big-headed.
Some
people get, it depends on who you are.
Pressure and expectation ain't for everybody. That's why you have leaders and then you have people who aren't leaders, man. It's not a job for everybody. Everybody can't handle that responsibility. And the ones who can't, most of the time, you see what happens, you know.
Even the ones that can, I think that goes back to that community. You got to have somebody to be like you said, you had.
So I'm saying mental health is important.
Yeah, you had dudes to be like, yo, this is what's going on.
Exactly.
Let me put it in perspective for you.
Mm-hmm.
This is what you got to lose. And those individuals that don't have that support system, you know what I mean, are way more susceptible to cracking.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but expectations and pressure is made up. So I think that goes to, that goes back to mental health too. We got to start normalizing, tell the kids like, yo, you going hard and doing your best. That's the goal. You don't got to live up to whatever they talking about on Facebook or whatever this dude's saying in the barbershop. I think people need to have more tunnel vision.
It's hard to avoid.
It is.
It's hard to avoid because it's like you want to be in that conversation. Like if you're on to come up and you want dudes to be saying, yo, Said is the best baller in the city. I mean, because you want that love as a young dude. So I mean, it's hard. It should be just just ball hard and whatever happens. But the reality of it, especially with social media, it's like 10 times even. It's 10 times worse now. Just like kids, they want the clout. But like I was gonna say before, my high school coach used to always say, like, dudes are scared of success. Some people are scared of success. And I never understood them because I'm in high school. I'm like, why the hell would somebody be scared of success? Until you're successful and you go, I got to maintain this shit.
This responsibility that comes with it.
I got to maintain this. Like, for me, I graduated at 23 years old, right? I couldn't do what 23 and 24 and 25-year-olds were doing at the time because I was a high school basketball coach. I'm working in the school system. I've always had to, conduct myself in a different way. I couldn't go out and make a video or hop in a picture with the alcohol in my hand. Like, so my friends were doing that. Even though it may have been dumb, but it was some stuff I wanted to do because that's what kids my age were doing. And I kind of had to live a certain life, early.
Okay. So I only got a couple of questions, right? to end up my questions. Ty, you may have more, but navigating through recruiting, how was that for you? Like dealing with coaches. I don't know. I
didn't really talk to them. Like my brother would talk to them. They would call me. Like I was more hands on when I got to prep school.
Yeah,
but I wasn't really.
Well, you had a filter, right?
Yeah, and I didn't have that many offers.
Okay.
Like that until late. So I went to South Kent. So
okay,
that was it.
Because I watch He Got Game. Like people promising you the world. You know what I mean? All that shit. Like, is that a thing?
Definitely. Honestly, though, if you talk to me for 3 minutes, my face, the way I'm gonna look at you, you're gonna just stop BSing me.
Yeah.
All the way, like.
Yeah, you kind of feel like
kind of
stoic.
Yeah, I'm a no nonsense type of dude. I feel like, and I'm not gonna ask you for no. Where's the gym at? Any coach could tell you. My visit was so simple.
Yeah.
Where's the gym? This is the dorm. That's it. I don't want $1 from you.
Yeah.
I already don't trust you.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I might be getting snaked here. Just where's the gym?
Yeah.
I was really paranoid during my recruiting process.
Okay.
I was scared to pick a school, honestly, because it's like this is a big decision.
Yeah.
Then all your life you don't even know if you're gonna go D1. You actually have the chance and you got to pick now. It's like you don't want to pick the wrong. This person's in your ear. This person. It was scary.
Who did you trust? In that
my brother. Same person. That's who I did everything basketball wise with.
Yeah.
So like for me, I didn't get to experience the whole, the He Got Game experience. I'm a little guard, so I mean, it wasn't like dude wasn't banging out the door for me and shit. But like in high school, so Larry Harrison was the coach at University of Hartford. He's actually assistant coach with Bob Huggins at Virginia. He was the coach at Hartford. He came to my crib, like that shit. That was the first time like a coach. He came to the hood, came in my living room, sat with me and my mother, and was like, "Yo, we want you to come play for us," And I'm like, "Yo, this shit." I seen this. The first time I seen that was on Boys in the Hood with Ricky, and I'm like, "Yo, this shit is happening to me." So like, that was like when I felt like, "Yo, like I could really be the person in my family to go on and do something like and really, make it happen." I had coach he was at Central, UConn dude, Howie Dickerman. Howie Dickerman was the coach at Central. Troy brought me up to Central Connecticut to scrimmage against the Central basketball players. I was busting their ass. Dudes like in college. And I'm sitting there like killing them. I go talk to Howie after hooping. I'm thinking he like gonna say some dope shit to me. He was like, yo, man, your left hand is terrible. That's the only thing he said to me. And I was just like, okay. Like I felt like shit. But I went back and I started working on my left hand. But the experience for me was just like, damn, like this is it, man. Like I'm really about to get a scholarship. I'm really like somebody's really about to pay me $200,000 to go to their university. And when I got to prep school, it was more of it, you know. And it was like, yo, it's getting realer. Like, what am I gonna do? I could take my visit to University of Rhode Island. I go out with the team. They put you up in a hotel for 2 nights. You go hang out with the team. You meet the advisors. They take you to parties. Like now, that part of the He Got game is real. Okay, like you go out, you go out to the parties.
I remember.
I didn't have the Ray Allen experience, you know, the 2 tutors that he had. Yeah, but I did have fun on my visit.
You know what's so crazy? I used to, you know what I mean, my later years at Southern Connecticut State, I used to throw like house parties, right? And I was cool with everybody on the basketball team. They used to take their recruits
to your party,
to my house parties, like in my apartment. Yeah, and be like, "Yo, this is what." And I'm like, "Okay."
You know what's crazy about Iona? I was not even a party animal. Yeah. Whenever a recruit came, for some reason the coach would be like, "Yo, you hanging with Sad."
Yeah, you was gonna keep them away from everybody. Yeah, that's true. They do have people. You know what? That's probably what it was. I never got picked to take a recruit.
Like, yo,
never.
Yo,
never. But
that makes sense.
Cause look, the day, so you go, you there for 2 days. Your last day, you wake up, you have breakfast with the coach. I was hungover at my breakfast with the coach. I like being an adult now. You know how you could smell if somebody was drinking the night before. I've always wondered if he knew.
He knew. He had to.
So
you're not the first one.
I'm at the table.
They know everything.
And he's like, yo, so you know, how you feeling? You gonna accept the offer? And I'm like, I don't know. I gotta go home and talk to my family about it. He was like offended. This is the school I ended up choosing. He was like, really? What do you mean? I said, look, I gotta go home and talk to my mom, talk to my coach. I don't know. Like I was always told not to make.
He's like, after I set up that party for you.
It was like, yo, I was always told not to make a decision. You know, like I always talk to people before I do anything. So I got home, and my mom was just like, whatever you want to do, like whatever. I talked to my mentor Kermit, and he was just like, yo, like how you feel? I was like, I really like Quinnipiac, man. I like the coaches. Central backed off me. And I'm just like, yo, like I had fun. I was just thinking about that party, really. and I hooped against them dudes, and I'm like, yo, like I can hoop with these dudes. Like it ain't that much of a difference, you know. And he was like, shit, well, do it. And I ended up, I did want to leave the area, so and it wasn't far, so I chose Rhode Island as the school to go to. But like. The recruiting process was fun. I only took 2 official visits out of my 4 that you granted. Then I made my decision after Rhode Island. But they put that pressure on you to, they make you think, yo, if you don't take it, you know, that
spot's
gonna get it. You know? So you like, all right, I got about till Tuesday to.
That's happened to me with a few schools.
Yeah.
I didn't take it, they took the scholarship away, like, all right, let me give it to someone else.
You know what's so crazy? When you talked about like I wanted to move away, I didn't take scholarships. Because I didn't want to be close to home. I didn't take the scholarship to Monroe College. I didn't take the scholarship to FIT. Because I'm like, yo, that's a train ride away. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? And I ended up like paying for school to go to Norfolk State because I was like, I want that experience.
That experience is second to none going to HBCU. So
I don't regret it.
I wouldn't have made it. I wouldn't have survived.
Mind you, I came back. I came back to Southern, but the experience was second to none.
Me being in Kingston, Rhode Island, probably was the best thing that ever could have happened to me. I mean, there's nothing there.
Too close to home for you, huh?
Yeah, I would have had the neighborhood there. I would have had the neighborhood.
I gotta ask Craig about his experience doing that.
Thousand had a good experience.
Stores is far from Stanford.
No, Craig. Nah, I'm talking about Craig Benson.
Oh, okay.
Craig Benson went to Hamden, and then went to Quinnipiac.
Yeah.
You know Chase Daniels, right?
Yeah, Chase played for
My
me.
boy was super distracted. That's
Man,
my guy. But
look,
I seen it. Like I'm like,
I had to go. Chase, no.
You have to transfer from here.
Chase,
I
no.
tell him that every
Look,
time I played him, get out of here.
because I was
right?
a part of Chase's whole, the recruiting process. I was talking to coaches on his behalf, but I had to go pick Chase up and make sure he got where he was supposed to get sometimes because I just didn't want anything bad to happen.
Just go home, man.
I just had to look. One time Chase could confirm it. I had, what car did I have? I had my Beamer. I had a 3 Series BMW.
Oh, that you was children's
Chase is 6'8".
Yeah.
Had Chase and 4 of his roommates. They all, just to get them down to the club safely, I let them all get in my little car and drove them down there because I guess freshmen couldn't ride on one of the buses at Quinnipiac. So I had to get them there. But I used to do stuff like that, man.
That's official though.
But it's crazy, man. Like the college experience, man, and like you have to go through it, man. It could really. It's hard to just go through it squeaky clean, man. Like you wanna be able to have that story and tell your friends or your kids or your boys,
That you finish something.
Yeah. So,
Everybody has that wall where they want to quit college too. Everybody happens to everybody. Where their class is getting too hard.
Yeah.
It's real.
So yeah, man.
So this is my last question for you, Seth, and I won't leave either the rest of the interview up to Ty, or we can end it. But I wanted to ask about your NCAA tournament experience. That's one of those holy grails of basketball experiences. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. How was that for you? And how did you navigate it? How was it a blur? I think every basketball player, between that and the NBA, it's just yo.
It was amazing. I was grateful, to even be a part of an organization that goes every year. Yeah. But me being a competitor, I was still I don't know. I think weird. And it's not arrogant, but I just think weird. I feel like I could have won those games. Yeah. If I went with a team that or not a team, a game plan. Or if we had maybe a week more to plan, I always feel like I want to get those games back. Okay. That's just how I think of it. Because then after you play them, you realize, they're just bigger and stronger and faster. Yeah. And feel I don't know, it just taught me that people are human. Yeah. That's all. Everybody believes. If anything, it made me more confident. Right. But it was dope. I'm talking about 2 points feels like 8 points because of the crowd. Yeah. And the lights. Yeah, that experience. So you do a layup on a fast break. I don't know. You just want to take the ball and kick it like Westbrook. Start getting out of character. I was like, dang, I should have got a tattoo before this game. Right on my face or something.
Yeah.
So, one more question. Right? Now, you know what? Ty, go ahead.
So, my question was going to be, so I followed your AAU career. I know your AAU coach. You guys played on, it wasn't a sneaker circuit program, but it was a respected program. What was that that experience playing with United Sons and Daughters and earning the respect from a lot of these major sneaker sponsor programs? How was that? What was the approach like? And just what was the experience going into it?
Troy just ran it like a college program, honestly. It was trust. Trusting each other. It's us trusting the coaching staff, and then Troy trusting us to listen to him, be on time, and go hard in the drills. That's all it was. Because a lot of people can make a team like that and it won't go good. I mean, it's not everyone could do what Troy did.
That's a fact.
So I trusted him, and I could tell from his energy, his background, that was gonna work, and he knows what he's talking about. I know that if you give Troy talent, he was gonna do good. Yeah. And I knew every year, as long as we did good, he was gonna find more players and more players. Because he knows how to coach. Yeah. So I knew that it was dope.
So what was your approach going against these other guys? So you're playing against let's say the BABCs or the Expressions Elite, and so how did you feel going into it, knowing these guys got a machine backing them, and you're just coming in, with a local program?
You played for Troy before, right?
Yeah.
You don't I don't know. You been around Troy? Does he?
I've been around Troy all my life. You gonna go in there? You're not gonna. He's gonna train you to not care. I'm not trying to but you don't. After being around him long enough, you don't even think like that. It's just a game. Got you. So it didn't matter. You were just going out there doing you.
Troy argues with people that's ranked. I see him talk junk to players. Like, yo, you ain't Marbury. Like, she doesn't back down. I'm telling you, the guy's nuts.
Yeah, Troy don't care, man. And I'm not look. And Troy's a cocky dude. Look, Troy's a cocky dude. And when I spoke to a dude that coached Troy, it was when he played at Fairfield.
We need to get this guy on the show.
But he's straight up like smooth, Esteban, cocky as hell.
Yeah.
And he was like, one of the things that made Troy so good was he always thought he was better than what he was. Like, he had that confidence that he was good, but he thought he was better than that. Yeah. And that just made him that much better.
Yeah. I
and
can see that.
Troy, I don't care who it is, I bust that and I bust his ass. You know? Like, he stink. He stink. You know what I mean? Like, he just, he one of them dudes, man. And I can see if you're playing for him, he's gonna try to have that same mentality embedded in your head, man, and go out there. So I could definitely see how he had the success, and you guys did what you did under him. You know,
he'll call a timeout like F them. He's screaming.
Yeah,
these are the ranked NBA players. Now they're mad. They're about to try and dunk on us now.
You just pissed them off, guy.
Yeah, you just know crowd to hear everything you say. Yeah, so they're screaming it like bald head, like
yeah.
So
he used to have a head full of curly hair back in the day.
He had a Jerry curl?
He had the I call him Esteban. Remember Fresh? The dude who played in
I know exactly what you're talking about.
But what's the show he played?
I need to see a picture of that.
What's the dude who played in the show with the they were making the drugs and the meth lab?
Oh, you're talking about
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad, yeah.
The dude who ran the chicken
the
shop.
Spanish dude. Yeah, but he was in a bunch of
he was playing a lot.
Spike Lee joints.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I had an argument with him at Yale one year. Like we had a what was it? Black Solidarity Conference. Question.
That's how Troy used to be back in the day.
No way.
So this is my last question for real. What's your most memorable game as a basketball player?
I can't. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Give us a couple. Like I need to hear it because you played in some crazy games, bro.
It's the most memorable game. My first AAU game ever. Played against CBC. Beat us by 60. Destroyed. No mercy. That's my first ass whooping. Like, there's a difference between losing something and an ass whooping. Like someone just stripping everything. That was an ass whooping. Like go home like, yo, you guys stink. Just hang it up. I'll never forget that game.
See, that goes to the person's mentality, right? Like, if you ask them what's their favorite game,
it's going to be something like where they scored a bunch of points.
Yeah. But if somebody tells you, like, yo, I got my ass busted in that game, because you have a bunch of experiences, right? Mm-hmm. For you to say, yo, my most memorable game is when, you know what I mean, I wasn't the best player on the basketball court, or, you know what I mean, I got my ass bust. That just goes to your mentality of how you want to fight against adversity. That's how I look at it. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Because I damn sure was going to say when I scored like 50. I was. So that definitely, you know, that changes my perspective too and my outlook on how to, you know, look at different questions like that. Because I damn sure wasn't thinking at the time Bobby Moore did this to me, or you know, so.
Yeah, my situation totally wasn't going to be that. My situation was going to be one of my higher scoring games.
Yeah,
my double, like real.
You know, that says a lot about him, you know, and his approach, you know, and what you gonna remember, because that's like it's a humbling experience.
That's trauma.
and it's something that motivates you, and it motivates you. So when I see CBC again. They might beat us by 30, but they ain't beating us by 60.
I was gonna say, we seen them again later in the year.
Yeah.
We had a moral victory.
By 60. I don't know if you're going to do much better. They might be 30 next time. But
yeah, sometimes those moral victories
gave us a moral one, but they still beat us by 15.
But sometimes those moral victories are, you know what I mean, way high too. Because I remember one of my most memorable games is when we lost to, you know what I mean, Trinity Catholic. Mm-hmm. And it was one of those situations like we were supposed to lose, like ranking wise, but they had no cakewalk.
As a coach,
you know what I mean? No cakewalk.
I hate that type of shit. I do not care who I'm playing. I do not believe in moral victory. Yeah. I believe we're supposed to win every game we're playing. I don't care who it is. And you know, if they outplay us, they outplay us. If it's a close game and we lose, look, now we're gonna talk about the things we didn't do right that could have won us this game.
Yeah.
But I'm never gonna leave the locker room saying, "Oh, you know, we only lost by 10." Wait, good job. Nah, that's not who
So
I am.
you're not that type of player. If your team left it all on the floor, they gave it.
I'm gonna tell them
got.
they played hard, they played their asses off.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna say, I'm not gonna give them. It's never a moral victory. You play
No,
hard.
never.
It didn't. The ball didn't go. Go out. The game didn't go our way tonight.
Fact.
You gave it. You gave me everything you could, and I can respect it. I always tell my guys, whether we win or lose, if you give me everything you have for the 32 minutes you're out there, I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
But there's never, we weren't supposed to win this game. I'm not saying that.
I fuck with it.
Yeah. So,
All right, yo, I'm done with my question. If y'all got anything y'all want to talk about, y'all let me know. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man.
I think we touched a lot today, man. We got to know the young fella here. You got 2 generations of basketball up here, man, and it's good to get his perspective. And a lot of the things I respect, a lot of the things that he's saying, and kind of reminds me of myself in a way of his approach. So I definitely gain more respect for him, and just
Gain
looking
more respect for Stanford.
A little bit. Y'all gotta bring y'all resume up here. Man. I told you I know about Stanford from like what Troy's doing, what he's done in the past 10 years, but I don't know nothing else about that, Kurt. You gotta bring somebody up here.
We're gonna have to. It's only right.
You could strengthen my knowledge and
I think that's the point of this platform to get. I want to hear, especially within the state. I want to hear everything.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So, game within the game, we got Kurt Flirt,
Ty Sullivan,
Schadrac Casimir,
talking everything about basketball. Much love. Catch us next time. One.
Undefined lessons. Just a couple things that come from coaching and some pressing. At times it's depressing, but you gotta find the effort. It's a game within the game in many ways. Don't make me lecture. All are not deserving and may not like the burden. Time to tie up these curtains. Listen to Ty and Curtis. Yeah.